is celebrating its 77th Republic Day today. President Droupadi Murmu will be presiding, as always, over the grand celebrations at Delhi's Kartavya Path. The President of the European Council, Antonio Costa, and the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, are in India as chief guests for today's celebrations and this year's Republic Day. This year, Kartavya Path, stretching from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to the National War Memorial near India Gate, has been elaborately decorated to showcase India's remarkable journey. The celebrations will feature an extraordinary blend of the 150-year legacy of the national song Vande Mataram, the country's unprecedented development, robust military strength that was on display during Operation Sindoor, vibrant cultural diversity, and active participation from citizens across all walks of life. This is that one day where it all comes together. The theme for this year is 150 years of Vande Mataram, 30 vibrant tableaus, those are the floats, 17 from states and union territories, 13 from ministries, will be on display at this year's parade.
January 26, 2026. India celebrates the 77th Republic Day with pride, passion and purpose. This year's parade will be unlike any before, a tribute to a song that moved a nation. The theme, 150 years of Vande Mataram, a timeless anthem of courage, resilience and unity. A showcase of India's military might. For the first time ever, Indian Army's battle array formation and Indian Air Force fly-past formations. From rare century-old paintings illustrating the verses of the song to floral art, this celebration isn't just visual, it is emotional. For the first time ever, two eminent leaders, Antonio Costa, President of European Council, Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, graced the Republic Day as chief guest, symbolizing a new chapter in global friendship and partnership. 30 magnificent tableaux, colors, stories and dreams, each reflecting India's rich cultural diversity and unwavering spirit. A celebration of Swatantrata, the mantra of freedom, and Samriddhi, the mantra of self-reliant India. And as the flag rises, the army marches and the jets roar overhead, more than a ceremony, it reflects the values of India's constitution and the aspiration of its people. Every corner of the nation brought together in spirit of a shared future. Republic Day 2026, a moment of pride, unity and purpose for India. Bureau Report, NDTV.
The Indian Air Force will be showcasing a special Sindoor formation at the flypast that comes as the showstopper of the Republic Day parade. And that's something that's already been going viral on social media. Huge amount of anticipation for what this is going to look like. This is a very powerful 7-aircraft formation viewer that features a mix of India's frontline combat aircraft that participated in Operation Sindoor. So this will include 2 Rafale fighters, 2 Sukhoi 30 MKIs, 2 MiG-29s and 1 Jaguar deep penetration ground attack aircraft. In addition to the Sindoor formation, the display will feature the Prahar and Garud formations. The Prahar formation flying in battle array. Overall, a total of 26 aircraft will participate in today's flypast. And these are combat aircraft that are taking off from different parts of North India and aligning in incredible synchronicity to fly over Kartavya Path during the end of the Republic Day parade. I want to show you a little bit more about what this Sindoor formation is really going to look like. So just take a look at this. This is the Indian Air Force's special 7-aircraft formation, obviously being seen for the first time because Operation Sindoor was less than a year ago. It comprises Operation Sindoor aircraft, all of the frontline aircraft that were used in Operation Sindoor are going to feature in it. It honors India's precision strikes on terror bases in Pakistan. Part of a 26 aircraft display, all of them in a battle array formation, which basically means that these are aircraft that participated in the actual combat delivery during that time. Obviously, front and center is going to be the Rafale, which became most famous during Operation Sindoor. It was his first operational deployment while in Indian service. It's a twin-engine, multi-role fighter aircraft from France. India currently operates 36 and is destined perhaps to get 114 more. Then you've also got the Sukhoi 30 MKI. India is not only the largest operator of these fighters, but they're the most visible fighters, not just because of their size, but also because they are operated in huge numbers. Nearly 300 of these fighters are currently in Indian Air Force service. Then you've got the slightly smaller MiG-29, also of Russian origin. Very, very agile fighters. The picture in this image, of course, is incorrect. That's a naval version of the MiG-29. The Air Force version is a separate aircraft. But those are the fighters that are going to be on display and played their own role in this. And then you've got the Jaguar Anglo-French ground attack aircraft. Deep penetration, highly capable, beloved of the Indian Air Force, beloved of aviators everywhere, and known for their precision bombing. They also played a slightly lesser known role during Operation Sindoor. So it's going to be an interesting parade. The first Republic Day celebration since Operation Sindoor. Welcoming on to our coverage, always a privilege and a pleasure to have Lieutenant General Syed Atta Hasnain. Good morning to you, General Hasnain. A very, very happy Republic Day to you, to your family, to the Army fraternity. Our other guests continue to be with us. I'll introduce them in just a moment from now. But General Hasnain, always such an important and significant day, especially significant when it comes, months after a combat operation, because Republic Day, after all, is a day for remembrance, for recognition, for the symbolism of our guardians, our warriors, those who've kept the country safe. What is Republic Day to you today, sir, coming so soon after Operation Sindoor?
Thank you very much, Shiv, and good morning and Jai Hind to everyone on this very special day. No doubt all these years one has been witnessing the Republic Day parade. There are on special occasions always when such a parade takes place post a year in which a major operation has happened. For example, in 1999, when Kargil Operation Vijay had happened, the year after was the turn of the millennium. This year again is similarly such a special year. Operation Sindoor, an 88-hour operation which showcased India's technological and military capability, the ability to ensure our overall security and send an appropriate message across to our adversaries. I think a demonstration, a symbolic demonstration of all that went into making this a huge success. That is what is on display here today in front of the entire nation as we speak and we go along. I wish everyone a very happy Republic Day.
General Hasnain, how does Republic Day differ, when a combat operation has just taken place? The military, of course, continues as usual. Republic Day is special because it takes many, many months of planning. A special effort has very, very justifiably been made to add the flavor of Operation Sindoor practically everywhere during this, because that is what the citizens want, sir.
See, Shiv, particularly in today's times, especially with social media the way it is, television viewing, which is what is also very important, military operations, when they take place in this manner, there is a chance for everyone to see everything on display.
Yeah.
In 1971, I remember when I was a student, we could only imagine what are the kind of operations which were going on the Eastern Front or the Western Front. This year, in the month of May, almost everything was showcased by you and your colleagues on television to the entire nation. It's a huge reminder. and everyone starts taking a massive amount of interest in geopolitical and geostrategic affairs, military affairs in particular. The military domain has its own sense of romanticism. And I think an occasion such as Republic Day brings that to the fore completely. You know, it gets people to investigate into technologies, look at various issues. I can tell you that for the last couple of days, I've had many calls from all over the country asking me to connect them with people in Srinagar or in Udhampur or in Ladakh and Leh to be able to send them their good wishes, send them sweets and dry fruits, paintings made by children. It's this kind of a symbolism which comes to the fore in a huge way, a patriotic fervor. And any nation requires such events and such occasions.
It truly is something to dwell on, because how far we've come as a nation is something that passes us by, because we are so engrossed in so many other things. We very seldom get that occasion to stop and recognize how far this country has actually come. And I think Republic Day, very well said, General Hasnain, is an occasion to actually stop and look at that for a moment, acknowledge it, and really sort of admire how incredibly fast India is moving at this point of time and being able to execute its objectives. An 88-hour combat operation is no joke by anyone's book. And for a country that, you know, many people believe is, a country that will not be an aggressor, and India isn't ever the initial aggressor, India was able to show what punitive action can actually look like in the form of Operation Sindoor. Much of it was, much of it was executed by the Indian armed forces, the Indian government as well, the Indian diplomatic corps as well, the Indian internal security, which are oftentimes ignored for their role. They played a huge role in Operation Sindoor as well, make no mistake, in keeping India steady and stable for what might have followed if things had actually escalated. So all of this comes together, General Hasnain, before I go to the others, to recognizing a country that is, less disparate, more organized, more cohesive, moving as one. The phrase that the Prime Minister has always liked to use, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, becomes even more significant on a day like this, especially in the shadow of an operation like Operation Sindoor.
Absolutely, Shiv. I think you couldn't have put it better. And if I may just add to it, what is being showcased here in terms of India's military might must also display to the citizens of India what you have in terms of coercive power. But at the same time, how the government of India has actually used restraint as a weapon by itself. India has always been known for rationale and restraint.
Yeah.
And I think it couldn't have been demonstrated better than simply the 88-hour operation in which we achieved our political and military objectives and put an end to war fighting.
Truly, truly well said. We've just got some live pictures coming in. I want to tell our viewers that all of the pictures you see on your screen, by and large, will be live. We'll tell you when they're not. These pictures are live, coming in from celebrations in Tamil Nadu. These are pictures coming in from Delhi. Preparations for the actual ceremony, which will be playing out in just a short while from now. I promise we will not be interrupting any of the commentary once it begins on Doordarshan. These are students involved in a march past in Chennai. Remember, Republic Day ceremonies and Republic Day parades, small and big, happen all over the country. And these are live pictures coming in from Chennai. Let's just listen into some sound.
By Company Sergeant Major V. Siranjeevi. தேசிய மாணவர் படை ஆண்கள் பிரிவினர் நேர்த்தியாக அணிவகுத்து வருகின்றனர்.
The National Cadet Corps Boys Contingent is led by Senior Under Officer Sivasian.
நாட்டு நலப்பணி திட்டப்படை பெண்கள் பிரிவினர்
which is a student organization that feeds into the military and instills incredible discipline, is on display here. different parts of the country. Very, very telling images of discipline early in the morning as students, part of the NCC, indulge in a march past on Republic Day. There will be flag hoisting in different places as well. I want to bring in Group Captain MJ Augustine Vinod, veteran fighter pilot, air power expert as well on this, because as always, Group Captain Vinod, a very happy Republic Day to you. Captain DK Sharma continues to be with us. But Group Captain Vinod, the Indian Air Force aspect is one that has always drawn the crowds. It has always been one that has, evoked a huge amount of interest among citizens. And this year, exponentially more so because of Operation Sindoor. And that's the reason why the Indian Air Force has a special Sindoor formation. I understand some of the pilots are going to be part of the displays as well. Your sentiments, your thoughts on what has been an incredible year and an incredible Republic Day it promises to be.
Absolutely, Shiv. In fact, the images that you're putting out is, I'm honestly looking at this image because I was part of this TN March Past contingent way back in 1984. Probably you were not, you were born. I don't know.
I was 4 years old that time, sir.
So, it's, marching as an NCC cadet on 26 January, fills a child with pride.
Yeah.
Followed by, umpteen number of flypasts that you see on the screen. I have done in MiG-21, on a MiG-21 and a Mirage 2000, and being part of the parade. So 26 January has been, ingrained into the blood of every soldier,
yeah.
I would put it, from the time he dons the uniform. And another thing, Shiv, have you noticed, and I noticed it, I'm sure the friends across the border noticed it even better. There is Amar Akbar Anthony on the panel. And it is not by design, it is by default.
Yeah, by default.
It is by default. So that also sends out a loud and clear message to all and sundry who are watching us here and across the border. India is truly Vividta Mein Ekta, unity in diversity, and that is the theme of this year's Republic Day.
Yeah.
And that is, again, I reiterate, I'm 100% sure NDTV did it absolutely by default, and Vividta Mein Ekta is right here on our channel on display. Atha Hasnain and Augustine Vinod and Shiv Aroor.
and Captain DK Sharma, who is the Amar in this Amar Akbar and Anthony. But the point you make is a very beautiful one. I want to put all of our guests on the screen because I can assure you that this was done by default. On NDTV, all of you are incredible guests that we've counted a privilege to have. Can I have all of my guests on the screen for just a moment before I go to my reporters? Because, okay, there seems to be a problem with that. Captain Sharma, let me come to you. We talked about the Indian Navy. We talked about the Indian, the silent service that you don't see very much of for obvious reasons. But I want to talk for a moment about what is it like at sea during a day like Republic Day? Because most military personnel, a very small fraction of military personnel can actually be at the Republic Day celebration. What's it like in the deployment areas? What's it like in the forward areas? What's it like in, in the combat zones, etc.? Is Republic Day a big thing there as well?
Well, Shiv, Republic Day is like a very, very important day in our calendars. Whether we are in harbor, whether we are at sea, whether we are deployed at the heights or at the various forward air locations. You see, this is one day when we all stand together and, remember our veterans, the people who fought for our freedom, and also honor those who are at various places, uninhabitable places, whether be it the Siachen Heights, whether it is the Far East, the Northeast, the heights of Tawang and various other places where you can't even reach, can't even imagine that what kind of, circumstances are army jawans, officers, Air Force people who are deployed over there. And not to forget about the Navy. You see, right now, if you see the expanse of Indian Ocean region, I can guarantee at least a couple of a dozen or maybe a couple of dozen of ships will be deployed all over. And all of them know it's 26 Jan. So what will happen is the day starts as normal, but there will be a Bada Khana where the captain will join all the ranks and will motivate them, address them, and tell them once again, reiterate the importance of Republic Day and how the forces have performed in the past and what we are, heading for in the future. And they also tells his, men, officers, everybody that what are the technological advancements, how we have to prepare, and how the country is, backing you to the hilt, and how we should be, doing our jobs as, as it is coming from the top.
True.
That these are the responsibilities, and these are the various kind of things which are the guard will never be put down, and that is what is reiterated over and over again. People, officers, sailors, men, airmen, everybody comes together and celebrate this day. So this is how it is done, but the duty continues.
Yes.
One watch is on duty, another watch is with the captain, the third watch is likely to relieve the people who are on duty, and it is a cycle. It's a cycle which keeps on going.
I wanted to hear the answer from you, but I can actually confirm everything that Captain Sharma just said, because a very long back during my early years as a defense correspondent, I had the privilege of spending Republic Day on board a ship, and it is very much a ceremonial even while a ship is out at sea. Gentlemen, I want you to stay with me because we also have the privilege this morning to be joined by General VP Malik, former Chief of the Army Staff. I'm going to take him on our screen right now. General Malik, a very good morning to you. Thank you for your time. Jai Hind, greetings on India's 77th Republic Day. Your thoughts, your sentiments on this beautiful morning, sir?
Jai Hind, Shiv, and Jai Hind to everybody. It's a pleasure to be on your panel today. It's a special day, indeed. And I have very fond memories of this particular day because I attended the very first Republic Day parade when I was 10 years old.
Wow.
And we had just moved to Delhi, and I remember that. And then after another 9 years, and I was a cadet, senior cadet in IMA, I led the contingent. That was the first time and the only time an IMA contingent took part in the Republic Day parade.
Amazing.
And I was an under officer at that time. So I have lots of memories, very fond memories of Republic Day, not only participating, but also subsequently as a senior officer and as Army Chief, having attended that, sitting behind the President, the Prime Minister, like that. I think Republic Day reminds all of us about the Constitution that came into being on that particular day and the commitment to our Constitution and the Constitution that authorizes us, that gives us various rights and privileges, sovereignty of people, for example, unity in diversity, equality, and justice that is enshrined in our Constitution. It also gives us a lot of national pride and responsibility also. That commitment to, as a soldier particularly, you feel that commitment to our Constitution, to our country, of the kind of people that we have. So there is a great significance for the Republic Day for the armed forces in particular. And I'm sure the armed forces, Army, Navy, and Air Force, wherever they may be, even on the border, LAC, LOC, they would be celebrating it, and they would be talking to each other. Generally, we have a custom of, on this particular day, either the JCOs go to the officers' mess or the officers go to the JCOs' mess. And then they talk about not only India, the progress that India has made, but also the progress that Indian military has made over the years.
What does Republic Day mean to the armed forces themselves, sir? You know, because on a day like this, citizens converge to watch this incredible moment of tribute to our armed forces. The Prime Minister goes to the National War Memorial. We see all the weapons displays. We see the incredible march past, the fly past. But to the armed forces, an overwhelming majority of which are still deployed, still on duty. They don't have the luxury of being in Delhi for that. Very small number actually get to be there for the Republic Day, which is a privilege in itself. What does Republic Day mean, sir?
See, Republic Day, as I said, there is a great pride in this. First, of course, is the great pride, I would say. And particularly you feel it as a soldier because the soldiers are always a part of Republic Day parade and whatever functions that take place, wherever they take place. And it is a commitment to the country that, look, we have certain privileges as a sovereign nation, and as a military, we have a certain commitment to ensure that our borders are safe and our internal security, external security is ensured at all times. So this is both a matter of pride as well as commitment, I would say, for the armed forces.
General Malik, you were a war-fighting general. You led the Indian army at a time of war, of external aggression. So you know what it's like for a country literally to be at war. This Republic Day comes after Operation Sindoor, far briefer than Kargil, but nevertheless a high-intensity exchange between India and Pakistan. Tell us about the significance of a Republic Day that comes in the wake of something like Operation Sindoor, because like we've been saying, there are so many Operation Sindoor elements that will be reflecting in the ceremony and the parade we see today.
Shiv, firstly, let me give you the difference between Op Vijay, where I participated, and Op Sindoor, which took place last year. I always tell people that the victory in Operation Vijay was primarily due to our human resource. The kind of josh, the kind of commitment that our people showed during that battle, that is what won us the victory during that operation. Operation Sindoor is now a completely different level. It's highly technical, and a lot of our sophisticated equipment, which we have inducted in the recent years, that was the major reason why we were able to carry out the kind of strikes that we did in Pakistan and show them our might and show them our integrated might, I would say, during this period. So that is major difference. Mind you, in Op Sindoor, we did not get many casualties thanks to our sophisticated weaponry that we have now acquired over the years. So there's a major difference in the last 25 years between Operation Vijay and Operation Sindoor. And obviously, when you have a Republic Day coming soon after such an achievement like Operation Sindoor, first time you are now parading your equipment, your manpower on the Republic Day parade and showing it to the whole world, there is a greater sense of pride and there is a greater sense of josh. It gives you a greater josh also, and of course a pride in having done something for the country and for the people.
A very important part of the Republic Day ceremonials, General Malik, are the gallantry awards, the decorations, the honors, the recognitions, for conspicuous bravery of our armed forces. Whether it is the Ashok Chakra, whether it is the Kirti Chakra, whether it is the Shaurya Chakra, the Distinguished Service recognitions as well. I want you to tell us as a general how important those are, because in my view, as someone who has looked very closely at heroes and their families, each one of those medals tells an incredible story by itself. But it is so unfortunate that in our country, we seldom hear the full story about the reality behind those acts of incredible gallantry, sir.
I totally agree with you, Shiv. You know, there are a few awards which are announced every Republic Day or even on Independence Day, 15th of August. But those rewards, people should realize that they are something which exceptional that has been done by the soldiers, whether it is devotion to duty or gallantry shown in front of the enemy while combating the enemy, and sometimes during peacetime also the kind of work that you do. Like this time, Ashok Chakra has been given to somebody who went through several years of rigors and managed to reach the space and stay in space for such a long time. You know, one is so proud of it. People have to imagine the kind of rigors that he went through preparing himself for the journey to the space and stay there for so many times, carry out the experiment that Indian scientists wanted him to do that. So similarly, these gallantry awards, somebody may be just a Veer Chakra or I would say just a maybe a Veer Chakra winner or even a Sena Medal gallantry winner. You know, the kind of activity, the operational activity that person has gone through, that not many people realize it. You know, you just see the name and you say Sena Medal gallantry. But what action he did or she did these days, I mean, these are really something to be remembered. And I always feel that there is inadequate description of these things in our textbooks, particularly for the children. And, you know, if you want to inspire children to join the armed forces, we need to have greater mention of these awards and the award winners and the kind of work that they have done, the kind of achievement that they have done. And that should be included in our textbooks for the children particularly. That would be inspiring for everybody.
Very, very true. General Malik, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for your time as we build up to the Republic Day ceremony and parade. Always a pleasure listening to your wisdom, your words, your thoughts, your reflections on a truly important day for all Indians. Now, the morning is picking up and very soon we will see the ceremonials kicking off in the central part of Delhi, starting with the National War Memorial in a short while from now, where tributes will be paid to the unknown soldier, following which the Republic Day parade will actually kick off. This year, 26 aircraft will be taking part in the air display. All of that is going to be of incredible interest to Indians everywhere. The video you see on your screen right now, by the way, is from the Kumaon Scouts and the Kumaon Regiment soldiers who broke into song and went completely viral, winning hearts across the country. I just want to play this out for you once.
तो क्या किया दुनिया में भी अगर प्यार न किया तो क्या किया दिल ना लिया बोलो बोलो क्या किया दिल ना लिया बोलो क्या किया दुनिया में भी अगर प्यार न किया तो क्या किया दुनिया में भी अगर प्यार न किया तो क्या किया दिल ना दिया बोलो क्या किया दिल ना दिया बोलो क्या किया
Group Captain Vinod, I know you've been tracking all the beautiful images in the run-up to Republic Day, and this video we just have on our screen right now, I'm sure you noticed how it exploded on social media. You know, people have been showing so much love for this video of Kumaon soldiers, singing Dil Na Diya and just having the time of their lives during the Republic Day rehearsal. What did you make of this? So much joy, so much fervor, such a pleasure to watch these young soldiers having the time of their lives.
Absolutely. In fact, one of the Republic Day parade that I commanded was for Kolkata. And there we had such troops, young boys. I was con leader, I think, that time. And, you just have to match the beat and sing a song which matches that beat. And I believe it happens every parade, or every parade commander or, squadron commander must have seen it. But thanks to social media and the, right time, right place cameraman, this really exploded, and it gave me such, goosebumps when I saw this. I think we sang this is a song of Guru Dutt.
Yeah.
But be that as it may, wonderful Josh. And this actually, in this cold morning, brings out that, hot blood that is required
Totally.
to march down the Kartavya Path. Yeah, and it really puts a little bit of Josh in the boys to take this parade forward. And,
I love the fact that there are many people who are purists and they believe, and I'll bring Captain Sharma in on this as well. Who believe that Bollywood songs should not be part of the military, and military bands shouldn't play Bollywood songs. I completely disagree. Bollywood is part of Indian culture. We have young soldiers who enjoy these songs. These are songs that appeal to a larger Indian public. Can we put Captain Sharma on our screen? The naval band in Delhi very popularly plays some film songs as well, because that is the age we live in. That is the kind of time we live in. These are beautiful songs. Why must the military avoid film songs? I believe that they should all be part of this beautiful syncretic culture that we have in our country. I don't know why we don't have Captain Sharma on our screen, but let's bring him in. Captain Sharma, what do you think? You've invited us over the years so many times to the wonderful naval band performance, and they have belted out lovely Bollywood hits in their time as well.
Well, Shiv, people must understand that what we see is now at 9 o'clock, and when the parade starts rolling in, it'll be 10. But we must also understand that these boys and girls have gotten up at 2 o'clock in the morning, got ready, got transported to Rashtrapati Bhavan. They line up over there. Just imagine 2:33 onwards. And Shiv, you and me have been there interviewing the first women contingent a few years back, when each and every girl was, interviewed by you guys on various channels, that how does it feel? So a little bit of, the fun. And the fun element is what? Our songs, which we, sing in our houses and pay money and go to cinema halls and watch it on OTT. And these boys and girls are just pepping up themselves. This is just bringing in the warm blood. You see, it's very easy to say that, marching down from Rashtrapati Bhavan to Lal Killa or Red Fort, it's 10 kilometers. But imagine the vagaries of nature. Day before yesterday, when they were marching down the Kartavya Path, it was raining. It is bone-chilling cold. So a little bit of spice here and there should not, offend us. In fact, we should, rather than passing comments, but it should be encouraged, and nobody has said no. After this parade, just now, when this parade concludes at around 11:30, 12, people will not believe me. The chief invites them for lunch.
Yeah.
And should there be, time with the Prime Minister, I'm sure he will also meet them.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of encouragement which is required, rather than, putting them down that why are we doing these songs and all. They were all hits of the, century, all these songs, and everybody is, tapping onto it.
True.
So what is wrong if our young boys and the future of India is, having little fun on it?
Very well said.
By the way, now all this will stop here. The moment the parade starts, it is all official business.
It's all official business. You see, they know how to compartmentalize. Group Captain Vinod, you wanted to add something?
Yes, the regimental song of Garhwal Rifles is Bedu Paako Bar Masa Narana Kafal Paako Chaitam Meri Chena. That song is a folklore, and it has been in many movies as well. So yeah, it is officially, some songs are officially part of the regiment.
Very true. You know, there's a wonderful, healthy rivalry between the three military bands. And the naval band, I know the Navy has a little bit of snobbery when it comes to military music because they believe they are the best. Okay, the debate can continue endlessly, but the Navy band is truly sublime. There is no question about it. They are absolutely brilliant. You know, they break a lot of ground with each passing year. I want you to hear some sounds of the band, and then I'm going to come back to my guests. Let's put that sound up. Captain Sharma, you wanted to say something about this. Jai Ho is a, standard annual favorite of the naval band.
Shiv, I'll come to that later. I just wanted to, answer the question which you said, what is the importance of the RD parade after an operation like Operation Sindoor?
Yeah, sure.
It's one occasion where the country, 150 million of us, are glued to our TVs, and endeavor of the Ministry of Defense and the Armed Forces would be to show what happened during that 88 hours. Now, as you have brought out, the tableaus and the marching contingents, and this time we are introducing more, contingents which are there, which are going to be now raised and which have been raised and will be in action. But the kind of the air defense layers which the Air Force had, everything is going to be displayed. So people, youngsters, youth can connect that this is which was being spoken of, and today they are seeing it on their screens live. So what I wanted to, highlight is that these 2 hours from say 10 o'clock to 11:30 summarizes and lets people, let people comprehend that what was happening in May last year when we saw that Rafales are going, and this has happened, BrahMos were there, and various other, the drones, manned, unmanned, teaming of assets, that how we did not even cross the LAC, LOC or the IB, but still the objectives were achieved. So this is what is going to be, depicted during these 1.5 hours. These 90 minutes are going to be talking about that. Plus our culture will be there and our heritage. Like you see, the boat the tableau which we are going to parade in the Indian Navy has got Condenia. This is a stitched boat of 5th century CE, which has proven again that we had that kind of expertise long time back, and we have made sure that the boat was made here. It sailed from Gujarat, went to Oman without any accident. Similarly, we are also parading the Gurab class boats which the Marathas used to use in their navy. Plus the latest things, the Vikrant, the Udaygiri, Himgiri class frigates, the Kalvari class Scorpions, you name it, and similarly for the Air Force and the Army. So this is where the youth will get a glimpse first-hand on Rajpath live, beaming into their drawing rooms, into their rooms, wherever on their screens, that this was the equipment which was used by our Jawans, sailors, airmen, and how the victory was, how we became victorious. And
absolutely. I want to show our viewers now. We've shown you the Navy, we've shown you the Air Force. I want to show you a little bit about what the Army is going to be looking like. They produced a short film that we've gotten our hands on. Let me just play that out for you. And on Republic